Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, and today we're going to review a lot of fishing reels that I found on Facebook Marketplace. It was a sale offered at $100 that was negotiated down from there pretty significantly. They told me that they had 15 reels in working order, and when I arrived, well, there was about 4 reels that are in working order, but a lot of potential, and we'll go over why I purchased the lot, and we'll see which ones of these make it to a YouTube video. So first up, there were 2 South Bends. They're the South Bend 880. They are a large, beautiful and classic reel, and both of these, this one just barely turns. We think we know what that is, right? It's going to be dried grease. This one has that storage handle feature we were talking about earlier, but this one does the same, right? A little skip every now and a little knock. Something's going on here because the shaft is going up, but the spool is not. That's an unusual one. Sounds like it's missing the click lever or something. But at a minimum, I think I can do 2 equals 1. And in some cases, maybe if we find out what the issue is with the spool, we can do 2 equals 2 and do a rebuild on those. So before I go much further, I want to encourage you, if you see anything in these future videos that you'd like to view, then please subscribe to my channel. And if you do subscribe to my channel, please hit that notification button because you'll be able to see the ones that I'm posting. Well, here's a Mitchell 304. It's a classic. It's not collectible. Somebody drilled this out probably to fit around the reel handle. But you know what? It works. There's no reason why you can't put this reel on a pole and go take this one fishing. I've done videos on the 304. If you're interested in that, just look in my library. Next up is a 300. Typical of what you would find on an older 300, lots of paint wear, but this is one of the few that are working. And I tested all of them because I didn't want to pay asking price if they all weren't working, and so I already know some of the issues with these reels like we showed in that South Bend. Here's another one. This is the Mitchell 300A. It's a later design for the Mitchells, and this one for the most part is doing what it should be doing. And so I have a few Mitchells that are always in demand. They'll always be used, and we'll just clean them up and make sure that they go right. Here's a parts reel. This is the 302. It doesn't move. Beautiful rotor. Spool is hardly used. Some paint loss on the reel, but something's jamming this reel up inside. Somebody has removed the bail feature and the bail wire, the bail spring, bail arm, and so on. We're going to have to open this up, see what it is. I do have a few of the bails around. It may be a candidate to restore, or just maybe a parts reel. Those handles and the rotors and the spools can always do well with that. Here's a little one that's not quite identified here. It's probably a Berkeley or a Daiwa. I can't say for certain. It's working, but the bail doesn't trip. So that's probably why this one made it into the pile. Here's another 304 that we did. And this one just seems tired. I'm looking at all the dirt and grease and grime and junk and everything. I would say probably with a little bit of oil, we're going to get that going. The spring is tripping, so the spring is in there. It just needs a little bit of work, and that one will go out there on the C's again. Well, I got a pen. This is the Pen 85. This seems to be working fine. So that's 4 reels, I think, if I'm counting. And then we have a couple of these reels that are missing spools and various other things. This is a Mitchell, a Zebco 35 XRL. I don't get many of these in. We'll probably put it around and hope that one of these days I will see one of those. This is another one. This is the 15 XRL, has the button but not the spool. This is the 35 XRL, has the button, not the spool. I wonder what happened with the spools. This is another. This one has the spool, the 35. No, it doesn't. Button, no spool. So I have 4 of those, and you can imagine when you're negotiating, it doesn't mean anything. Nobody brings those reels in. You just discount them right off the bat. Okay, well, here's another one. This might be a Ryobi. It is. It's the SX1. Very tight, which says that there hasn't been a lot of of fishing going on there. There's a little bit of a clunk clunk going on in there. You can't hear it, I can feel it. And we'll see what we can do with that one. Then, Scott, you'll be happy to see this. There was a 85 missing the spools and the like, but you know, we just previewed the other reels where Scott sent me 2 reels to make one. He had a cracked side plate on the one, and he had a drive side plate on the other that didn't work. Well, this one's in good condition. This one works. So Scott, you're going to get 2 reels back instead of just 2 makes 1. And then finally, we have a Pier 109. This is the one that goes both ways when you're in free spool, and then locks up when it's going. That noise, that's that squeaky wheel gets the oil. This one's going to be ready to go fishing. There's no question about that. And a couple of Mitchell spools. So the asking price was realistic. With the inclusion of these reels, we talked it down pretty significantly. And oh, by the way, the description said 10 free poles. So I always think this time of year, if I can help somebody out, if I can put a reel like the 304 back together, put it on a pole and give it to a kid to learn how to go pond fishing or something, we're in luck. So I got the 10 poles, and I'm shocked. All of these poles are period correct to the reels. So where we saw all those Zebco XRLs, I've got 4 Zebco poles that match up to those. So those poles are about 6 foot. They're definitely ponds. One of them is missing an eyelet. The rest of them are complete. This one I'm a little bit intrigued by because it came with a reel on it, which of course is the Mitchell 308, a highly desirable freshwater fishing reel. I use them myself. This is an older version of it. It has a cracked spool. Well, lucky for me, I bought Penn reel parts lots over time, and I have a replacement spool for that. And then this one's an interesting one. This is the Reno, which is the South Bend. At the time, these were very desirable rods, but that's only 7 of them. And here's where it got real interesting. These 3 were in the lot. And again, these were advertised as free with purchase. Well, anybody who knows rods and reels knows the Eagle. And that's a Fenwick. And I'm not even familiar with this one as a bait caster. But this one is a 6-foot rod with the HMG graphite blank. And I'm sorry, it's a 5.5-foot rod. Really sturdy made, a Fenwick rod that we'll see fishing again. Well, guess what? Did we say Eagle? Here's the Fenwick Eagle again. This one I'm not quite sure what this is. I'm going to have to do this. This is probably going to be a unique device of some description. It looks like a line hold. It looks like a, well, there is something on there. It's called Strike Guard. Well, we're going to see how that goes. Why somebody would want to take a Fenwick rod, tape it all up there, I don't know. Beautiful rod all around, single piece rod, and ready to go. And then look at this one. This one actually has the Fenwick branding on it. It's a 4.5-foot rod, again with the Fenwick Eagle, 4.5 foot, and spiral guides. I don't know if you can see that there, but they're all spiral wrap guides. All of them complete, and boy, you know where this one's going. It's going fishing. I'm going to tie my reel on there, and I'm going to take that down to the stream for some beautiful lightweight action. So this is a lesson to be learned here. Sometimes the value is not where it's preached. Again, they were asking 100. We did not settle anywhere near 100. The reels that we got, we talked down because they were missing pieces and parts. The rods were advertised as free. There's no question in my mind that the value of the rods alone easily surpassed what was paid. And I have some projects for YouTube that I can do now with those reels. So please stay tuned and watch as I have a free moment. I will be doing some reels. And I especially want to do the South Bend 880. I think Chris will probably like that one. and see what else we can do in there with those Mitchells, including getting them back on poles so the kids can have a chance to do some serious fishing in the upcoming season. So if you would like to see any of these that I didn't mention I would be doing a video on, please leave that in the comments section. I will be happy to try and fit that in if I can. And to everybody who's in healthcare and essential services, thank you for all that you're doing to keep us safe during the pandemic. And to everyone, please stay safe, stay well, and stay watching. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Have a great day.